guys, this is Janavastai. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I sat down to watch something with you guys. I've been posting every week, but technically I edit all week, but then I kind of sit down only once every 2 weeks to actually watch a show, many things. I watch many things all at once. So it has been a long time for me. So I'm glad to be back. And yeah, so for today's video, we're going to watch Gladiator. Not the Gladiator, but Gladiator. Someone actually corrected me when I made that announcement that I would, that I was interested in watching this movie, and I list as one of the possibilities because I really love the main actor, Russell Crowe. I really am a fan of his, and I haven't watched many of his movies, strange enough. I've seen some of his movies, but I've always admired him. In this movie I've never watched before, which is quite strange. My husband told me, how come you never watched this movie? It's like one of the most important and famous movies ever made, like one of the most glorious. How is it possible you never watched it? Is that it just didn't happen. I'm a fan of the music. The music is quite popular, very famous, very notable, that I'm aware of it. So yeah, I've listened to it so many times. I find it very, Now We're Free is a beautiful piece of music. Love it. And I know that it's really a strong piece in this movie. Now, I don't know what this movie is about. It's probably about Gladiator. But besides that, I don't know much. And honestly, I feel upset that I've never watched this movie because I'm Italian. I'm from Italy, and it's our history. And honestly, it's our history. Be prepared if there's any children dying. I'm skipping. I'm already getting, because I was telling my husband, I asked him, is there any killing that I should be aware of? Like, don't spoil anything for me, but just, is there any children dying? And he walked away. So, that means something. Let's get into it. Ooh, I love this. So idyllic, the music. I love this. I don't think I've ever heard this. Here he is. Oh my god. He's so young here. Okay, so it's starting already, and I'm obsessed with the music, the background. It's the first thing I noticed, and number one. And number two, I noticed he's not a gladiator. So I got that wrong already. My bad. Maybe he will become one. I don't know. But he seems like someone, like a soldier, so I don't know. That's already interesting. And he is located in Germany, so probably is involved in a battle. So yes, so good stuff.
Hold the line. Stay with me. You find yourself alone, riding in green fields with the sun on your face, do not be troubled, for you are in Elysium. And you're already dead!
Ah, look at you. I remember you.
Father,
What's
congratulations.
his name? I know
I
this
shall
actor.
sacrifice 100 bulls to honor your
I
triumph.
recognize from the
Save
lip.
the bulls. Honor Maximus. He won the battle.
Gentlemen,
Highness.
Rome salutes you,
Max.
and I embrace
love
you as
this
a brother. It has been too long, my old friend.
Highness.
Here, Father. Take my arm.
I think it is time for me to leave. We go. So much for the glory of Rome.
Is there jealousy now between them? Hasn't even started yet, and I'm already seeing some weird dynamics. Like, I do see the son. I guess that was the emperor, the main leader, and the son is already looking at Maxim very badly. Like, he's looking at him like he's giving him dirty looks. Like, I can feel that resentment towards him because probably they had a better relationship, or maybe his father is treating Maximus as more like a son. He's gonna kill him. Maria, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna murder him. I know this. like saying a farewell.
I would put to the whole world. If you would only love me.
Was a theatrical performance. Like, that was theater for me. Worthy of theater. With the music in the background. And honestly, it was predictable because I kind of like figured that was happening. Like, it was not like something unexpected, like like in shock. I wasn't. I knew that something was going on the way he was speaking. He was reciting a verse before his strike, because it seems like he was saying his farewell. Whatever he thought, he kind of was spitting out everything that he held inside before he committed the murder. He committed the act. Felt so emotional, like it was intense. The performances were so great, so great. I thought he was gonna put a pillow on his head, but he didn't. He was holding him and tied to his chest. I'm like, it's so symbolic. Wow. I'm wondering if he knows what he did, or he suspects that.
Our great father is dead.
Yeah, he was well the day before. Kind of well. He was old, but he was well. He was breathing. There's a lot of yellow, orangey tones, like almost like the sand in this movie. I just wanted to note that.
How did he die?
He just stopped breathing.
The surgeons say there was no pain. His breath gave out as he slept.
Yeah, right. I wish technology was more advanced then to know that it wasn't true.
Father. Your emperor asked for your loyalty, Maximus.
Who's the emperor? You?
Take my hand.
Please
only
hold this
offered
fucking
once.
hand, please. Don't mess up. Oh my god, these people are with honor. Look what they did. Jesus Christ. He's gonna have him killed, obviously. Look at his face. He's smiling already. Jesus Christ. No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. There's a child. No. Who's coming? Where is he? I don't feel well. No. Don't tell me that I lost family. Oh my god, I feel sick. No. Oh shit. He's going there. Everything. Where are they? Where are they? What do you... fell in his fucking hand.
هذا مش حاجة.
ما أدري.
هنبشر.
It's so weird into this movie. It's 2 hours and 50 minutes. We're at 47 minutes. I really don't want to see any other deaths after this. We're just at 47 minutes. What the fuck? Oh my god, that was terrible. That was terrible, actually. That was terrible. It's just that, like, you don't even know anything about it, but, like, you see a scene, you see something, like, you connect everything as soon as it goes that very fast. It came so fast. You don't even realize it's happening, but then you see some glimpses and you kind of realize, oh, fuck, it's happening. Fuck, it's happening. I'm sorry, I'm cursing so much tonight. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm wondering what you guys felt when you watched this scene for the first time. Like, it's terrible. And I think part of me prevented me from watching this movie knowing that probably that's what I was gonna be finding. Like, death and, you know, traumas. Like, I really, that's why I didn't want to watch it probably, because I thought that it was gonna be a very sad movie. And it cannot be a happy movie after this, let me tell you. It's it could be enjoyable, but definitely it's not a happy movie. It's a tragic movie. It's tragic. It's bittersweet probably at the end, but oh my god, oh, it's terrible. My god, I think I never cried like this like this. I don't know. I cried so many times, but this time, Jesus. Oh my god, we haven't seen anything yet, I presume. That was terrible. So okay, now it makes sense how he becomes a gladiator. Like, he's gonna fight.
Thrust this into another man's flesh.
Okay,
I look forward and love you for that.
it makes sense.
You may begin to love them for that.
Oh my god, poor I'm so that child looking.
Ultimately,
the soldiers.
we're all dead men. Sadly, we cannot choose how, but we can decide how we meet that end. In order that
Let
we
me
are
see some
remembered
fights. I get more excited.
as men.
Pick up this sword and kill them all.
I like you, Spaniard. I shall cheer for you.
They let you watch the games.
My uncle says it makes me strong.
What does your father say?
My father's dead.
Master Lucius, it is time.
I have to go.
Your name is Lucius?
Lucius Varus. After my father.
The fact that I was corrected in saying, instead of saying the gladiator, because that's not what the name is gladiator without the article, makes a huge difference. And now I'm seeing it, because the gladiator, it's almost like you're giving it becomes a subject. It almost becomes like a title, a role that you're playing, right? Which that's what gladiator is. But honestly, when you take out the article, you make it look like the person who is gladiator doesn't have his own name, and gladiator is his name. He lost a part of himself through the death of his family. What remains is gladiator, and it's like his name now. It's his name. So I guess that's what my interpretation. It might be wrong, but that's my interpretation, and now that's how I'm understanding it.
Whatever comes out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together. Do you understand?
I see many people being cut in halves. That's disgusting. Oh my god.
Who is he?
They call him the Spaniard, sire.
Then go meet him. Why doesn't the hero reveal himself and tell us all your real name? You do have a name.
My name is Gladiator.
See? Oh my god, I was right. See?
How dare you show your back to me?
Please.
Slave!
Kill him now. I don't care.
Remove your helmet and tell me your name.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the north. general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Wouldn't disappoint the audience, would you? You always want it to be liked. So shut up. Yeah, right. No, they love it. You don't want to disappoint the people, right? That's what you should do. Once you're being smart. So glad that I got some confirmation on the name Gladiator, because I thought I was like, I don't know, I was being a philosopher, a fake one. But anyway, it made sense. It just made sense now that I'm thinking about it as I'm watching the movie what Gladiator means. There's not just a title. It's not a title. It's not a function. It's more than that. Because they do take away your life. They do take away who you are. Almost like, you know, in the concentration camps, and they used to, you know, they kind of like dename you. They take your name away. They put a number on you. Well, here, of course, we're two completely different situations, but in a way, they want to devalue you. In order to do that, they have to take away your name. You have to take away your past, whoever you are, that you're not the way you were before. You're different. You're someone else, and that's what you've become.
Don't lie to me!
Crucified? Oh my god. I thought they were hanged.
As you wept for your father. As you wept for your father.
I have been living in a prison of fear since that day. To be unable to mourn your father for fear of your brother. To live in terror every moment of every day because your son is heir to the throne. Oh, have it.
This movie really focuses on the loss and the feeling of losing everything, almost also a part of yourself, and becoming something that you despised, in this world that you despise. And it's so deep. It's incredibly deep. It's a great message too, and very modern in a way. And it's about grief. It's about revenge, taking things to your own hands. And yes, there's so many moral principles here in this movie. Very strong movie. Very strong. Kill this man! Kill him now! Tiger's very smart.
You simply won't die.
I said...
Are we so different, you and I? You take life when you have to, as I do.
I have only one more life to take. Then it is done.
Take it now.
Don't tempt me.
They tell me your son squealed like a girl when they nailed him to the cross. And your wife moaned like a whore when they ravaged her. Again, and again, and again.
Time for honoring yourself will soon be at an end. Highness.
So far, the best scene I've ever seen one of the best scenes I've ever seen in my life. Like a man who doesn't give in to provocation, but responds to words with the power of words. That's what it means to be a true man, a man with with honor. And it just was so it was so amazing. That scene, it's amazing because you could see the pain in his eyes. You could see that it was so hard for him to hold himself not to kill him, but he held himself together and he kept it within himself. He didn't give in. He didn't. What a strong man. What an example. What an example and inspiration. We need alliance. It's desperate times.
General, I hope my coming here today is evidence enough that you can trust me.
I don't know about that, but he doesn't trust anybody.
The Senate? Yes. I can speak for them.
You can buy my freedom and smuggle me out of Rome.
To what end?
Get me outside the city walls. Have fresh horses ready to take me to Ostia. My army is in camp there. By nightfall of the second day, I shall return at the head of 5,000 men.
But the legions all have new commanders, loyal to Commodus.
Let my men see me alive, and you shall see where their loyalties lie.
This is madness. No Roman army has entered the capital in 100 years. I will not trade one dictatorship for another.
The time for half measures and talk is over, Senator.
And after your glorious coup, what then? You'll take your 5,000 warriors and leave?
I will leave.
Was I very different then?
You laughed war.
I felt alone all my life, except with you. I was good.
Yes.
I don't know, but I feel like there's something going on after. I don't know. I think like we're reaching the end, you know what I mean? Like, I feel it coming. What does he want? He's wearing white. Yeah, he's wearing white, but he has such dark eyes right now. It's just a demon. Like a death. It's a bringer of death. Oh my gosh. And he's like a man in cross. Oh my god, like his family.
The general who became a slave. The slave who became a gladiator. The gladiator who defied an emperor. Do you think I'm afraid?
I think you've been afraid all your life.
Unlike Maximus the Invincible, who knows no fear.
I knew a man who once said death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back.
I wonder, did your friend smile at his own death?
You must know. He was your father.
You loved my father, I know. But so did I. That makes us brothers, doesn't it? Smile for me now, brother.
Son of a bitch, he's gonna make him weaker. You're such
Step
a
on his
fucking
armor.
coward.
Conceal the wound.
Coward. He's like, you guys probably have watched this movie. I'm like explaining it to you. But anyway, what I'm thinking is probably he weakened him so that he could get the glory of winning over him, because of course in a fair fight he would not stand a chance against him. So the only way is to make him weaker so that he would die. He probably doesn't have a lot to live, and so he will take the glory that he defeated a gladiator. Holy shit, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's this moment of silence, please. was a heavy. That was heavy. I cried. That was heavy movie. Wow. Well, I was not surprised at all that it was heavy that much. I cried like I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It was excellent, guys. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I shared this experience of watching with you guys. Um, it was so beautiful. It was done so well. So well, and I saw the director. I'm not surprised. That director is crazy. He knows how to make movies. They're very entertaining, but also they have a lot of depth. He's just a very creative director. So I'm not surprised. And he has an obsession with Russell Crowe. He made a lot of some movies with him. I believe there was another one he made with him. But yeah, no, it was such a good movie. Such a good movie. The story was touching. It was a very simple story. It wasn't anything spectacular in a way that very intricate. It was very linear, very simple, and I love this simplistic value to it. Just because it flew well. Like it was a nice story because it was very emotional. Sometimes you don't need these intricate stories to make it more complicated and more interesting. Sometimes even a simple story will do. It's the characters that matter. It's the way the story is told that matters. The same thing with the Game of Thrones, and most people, it's not. I mean, really, it's difficult. The only difficult part is mostly because there's so many players, many people, many characters. But at the end of the day, it's the characters that make the show what it is. The same way with this movie, it's him, his persona, also the villain, and all the characters around him, especially the villain and himself. These two were kind of the pillars of this movie on both ends. So facing each other on the parallel lines, so like their destinies were like intertwined in a way. They both um they both died in the end too. So yeah, it was amazing. It was quite emotional. I don't know when I will recover from watching his family being killed the way they did. I would truly appreciate the fact that we didn't see the the atrocities that they went through in the killing process. Thank goodness they didn't show that, because I think I would have not finished this movie. Probably I would have stopped, because there's some limitations on what I can handle, definitely. So I appreciate the fact that they did not give us that. Like I said, some things are not needed. For certain movies are not needed. This movie didn't call for it. The illusion, the imagination already does it for me. But it was nice that the beginning kind of started the way it ended, basically. Um, so in this field. So yes, I truly loved that. It was like I said, it was very original at the same time. It was very originally the way it was filmed. I guess the music, the shots, the script. Let's talk about that script. It was amazing, beautiful, beautiful. No complaints. It was beautiful. It was glorious. It's just a script to be remembered. That's the type of movie that this is for. It's just a movie to be remembered, a script to be remembered. Words are so powerful. Words are more powerful than actions. Definitely. Actions are translation of the words, but the words are really the blade. And yes, my favorite scene, I would say, was when the one that I've stated. It was one of my favorite scenes so far, like that I've ever seen. When Commodus was provoking Maximus and trying to describe to him what happened. Of course, it didn't. Whatever. His description of the killing of his family, and the way his look, his face. My guy's such a great actor. The look on his face and the words saying that the time of honors will come to an end. Your Highness, like that. And he bowed, like, the whole scene was amazing. So that was one of my favorites, I will say, if not the best, throughout of the entire movie. Like, Also, the scenes in the arena, especially with the lions, was quite entertaining, and I was really much nervous about throughout the entire fight, so that was also well done. And yeah, so the fight in the end was also very emotional. The fact that they carried him, his death, his slow death, and the fact that he was already entering the world of heaven, his home, was beautiful, and he was emotional. And yes, I'm happy that he's with his family. Um, that he kind of was reunited with his family. I kind of knew this was gonna happen. When once he was injured, we all knew that he was not gonna live. You know, once he got injured like that and he got stabbed on that spot, especially, there's no way he was gonna live that long. But I'm surprised that he actually handled himself and fought until the end with that one, which was very severe. Um, but anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought of this movie. I'm sure this is not the first time you're watching it. Usually, when people watch reactions, it's because they want to see maybe the interpretation or the reaction of the person, what they think of the movie. And I'm sure you've seen it. And I would like to know what you guys think of the movie. Did you enjoy it, or what was your favorite scene? I would like to know your thoughts, especially I want to learn about your thoughts on the characters, because they're so well built, well developed. And one thing I noticed also was that Maximus, strangely enough, he became a gladiator, and then strangely enough, he returned back to be Maximus. He kind of regained his himself, as he was departing life, the earth, you know. So that transition was amazing. It was done very well. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.